Chapter 5, Nikki Marshall. I checked my messages over again, thinking I might have missed a ringing notification. Waiting for someone, I recognize that deep voice. Turning around, I confirm who it is. Hey, Sean. He takes a seat across from me on the bench. The waitress is on him immediately. Her shirt is pulled down lower than I remember it being when she was dealing with me just a minute ago. She asks him, anything to drink? Ryan Coke. He doesn't look at her while he orders, and she looks upset about it. Someone is trying too hard for the tip, or perhaps something more. She walks away. How was your week? I take in a deep breath and sigh before I begin. Work sucks as usual. I think everyone's been PMSing this week or something. Karen's a bitch as usual, but she's been worse if that's even possible. And then there's been a lot of very rude people calling this week. I had one asshole try to get me fired because he wanted me to go to look for someone that wasn't answering the phone. Another jerk started yelling at me after he made a speech because I couldn't help him myself and had to transfer him to AR. Then there was this bitch, jerk, asshole. Nikki, sweetie, has anyone told you that you have anger issues? Stephanie says from behind me. I glare at her jokingly. Shut up. She sits down beside me while Brad sits beside Sean. She just smiles. I love you too. Bad week? Can I get you something to drink? The waitress almost makes me jump. She sets down Sean's drink. Pepsi, Brad answers her. Is Coke okay? No. Can I get an iced tea? Brad sounds ticked off. The waitress looks at him confused at his attitude. Steph takes the attention off Brad. She's used to the looks he gets when he refuses the other brown option for a similar drink. We all are. Coke, please. I gulp down a few sips of my beer and check the level in the pony. I still have halfway to go until it's empty. So how was your day? I asked no one in particular. Better than yours, Steph jokes. No, it's just the same old thing. Work sucked and I didn't get yelled at today, so that's a bonus. I'm thinking about quitting. Didn't you just start that job a month ago, I ask her? That would make, 5 jobs this year? 3 weeks, and I can't help it if I'm picky about my job. I'm not settling for something that makes me miserable. Steph serial dates her jobs. On one hand, I admired her because she's not settling for a dead-end job that she hates. On the other hand, how can she stand not having a stable flow of money? So what's next? Maybe you should try something out of retail this time, I say. Yeah, I was thinking of waitressing. Maybe Olive Garden? Sharon works there. She was telling me that she makes $10 an hour, but she gets $100 in tips every day, and she only has to work 6 hours a day. Nice. So that's Sean looks up for a moment. He does some quick calculations. $25 an hour. Fuck, why am I going to university? Even after I'm done the 4 years, starting wage is $20 an hour. It sounds like someone should drop out. Brad teases. You're paying, $10,000 for tuition and textbooks per year? That's $40,000 altogether. You're also only working part-time so that you can keep up with schoolwork, so you're losing the difference between that and full-time. And you will also have to pay your student loans for the next 10 years. You're also not guaranteed to get a job immediately out of school in your field. And, okay, I get it. How many job openings did Sharon say there were? Sean cuts him off. I think he's half serious about his question. The waitress sets down everyone's drinks. She had also got me another beer without me asking. I tell her thank you. Can we get a nachos pan? No olives and extra cheese? Stephanie asks. Anything else? The waitress asks. She looks around at the rest of us. No, that's all. Thanks, I tell her. So I was thinking tomorrow morning we should ditch work and do something. Anything, Sean suggests. We could go shopping, go to the mall. Stephanie suggests. After the week I've had, it takes nothing to convince me to play hooky. I'll call in and spend some time on my mental health. Yes, love it. I'll call in if you all will, I tell them. Maybe something closer to home. Sean suggests. No, let's have a mall day. I don't see enough of your faces anymore. Stephanie insists. Let the girls have their mall day. Brad backs this up. We all give pressured looks to Sean. Okay, fine, mall day. Everyone cancels work tomorrow for a mall day, Sean says. I need to get out early because I'll have to pretend to go to work. Try to be at the mall for 8:30, 9, Steph says. Should meet at Timmy's in Spruce first then? Sean insists. No point, the Timmy's is open early here, Brad says. We each agree in our own ways. So we're actually doing this, Sean asks. Yeah, we're doing this. I look to each person for agreeance. I don't want to be the only person to call out sick for work, then find out no one else did. The prospect of them all day is exciting. We haven't done that in a while. None of our schedules seem to sync up enough to spend much time together. It's not like it was in high school. I miss how it was in high school. We'd see each other in odd classes and for lunch, after school, at least for an hour. Many days we'd hang out all evening, and if we didn't have homework to finish. I constantly feel like I'm missing out on the lives of my friends. Big gossip I'm sure I'm missing out on. There are huge life moments I hear about days or weeks after the fact. My head turns to the DJ booth when the music turns up. Must be 8 o'clock. Looks like we're losing the girls, Brad says. Shut up and come get us when the nachos are here. I stand up and head to the dance floor. I don't have to look to know Stephanie is following me. The dance floor is empty, but that won't last once we start dancing. Others might join us. People are usually more likely to dance when they aren't the first or only ones. I don't mind. In the meantime, it's a small dance floor, made by moving a few tables and chairs around. There isn't a lot of room for 2 people to dance, let alone 20.